What is a seller's concession and how does it affect the payment of taxes? What is it? A seller's concession is when a buyer requests and a seller permits the on-purpose increase of the purchase price by up to 6%, and it permits the buyer to borrow more money. So I'm going to use $100,000 sale price, which really doesn't exist in New York, but the math is easy for my literate mind. The sales price is $100,000 and that's the agreed upon price. A seller's concession would permit the new contract price to be $106,000. With a paragraph in the contract that says something along the lines of the buyer is permitted to use up to 6% towards permissible closing costs and permissible tasks that are permitted by use of that 6%. So what would really happen is that seller would receive $100,000 at the closing. The seller would pay transfer tax on the $100,000 in New York City and state transfer tax. And the buyer would be permitted to use the $6,000 in this example for permissible closing costs, maybe for a home warranty, what else? And repairs. Sometimes we use this for repairs. Say there was a cracked sidewalk. It could be repaired. Say there was a furnace issue or a roof issue or some dilapidated physical condition. The closing costs, the seller's concession of $6,000 in this example could go towards those items. Now, if you had larger sales, let's say $990,000, in New York, we also have a mansion tax. And if you buy a property over $1 million, the buyer has to pay the mansion tax. So if we had a $990,000 sales price, 6% of that, just shy of $60,000. It's $59,400. That would be placed on top of the sales price. So the contract sales price would, what is that? $1,055,000, $1,050,000. And the seller would pay transfer tax, city and state tax on the $990,000. The buyer would receive the benefit of that extra amount that they purchased to go towards permissible closing costs, title bill, expenses. It would also go towards the mansion tax, which is about $10,000, a little higher, just shy of 11. And but it would provide to the buyer an additional source of funds to go towards their closing. So that's how a seller's concession works, and those are the taxes involved. If you need help with your sale or your purchase, FrankBrunoLaw.com.